Hello, everyone. This is Nanncie Santana. I am your empowerment lifestyle coach, chooseLOVEguru, spiritual teacher. And today I wanted to share a little message that I was guided to share yesterday. And it's about choices, right? So each and every day we make choices, and these choices affect our lives. It affects others life. And I wanted to invite you to consciously analyze, think about the choices that you are making each and every day, and recognize that these choices somehow will affect others, right? And the reason why I was guided to share this message was yesterday. I went to the post office, and as I was going to the, to get check my PO box, these undercover cops and marked cars too. There was about four of them. They speeded into the parking lot and apprehended a young man. And I thought, what choices, did this young man create in his life to be in that predicament, to be apprehended in broad daylight, you know, like that, and I started to think, I myself, have made choices that, have affected others, and for that, I've had to analyze those choices and, recognize that some were good and some were not so good, right? Because when we're clear and when we recognize that every choice has a consequence, has a reaction in your life and in others, that's when you can begin to, move forward and consciously make decisions and align more with your heart centered to, make better choices in your life. So, I wanted to share this video, that, when you make choices, remember that it affects others. And, and sometimes there's a quote that I really love, when you know better, you do better, right? Because, we're all growing personally and spiritually. So, you know, let this serve you as a opportunity to grow, to change the way you make choices in the future, right? Because when you know better, you do better, right? And I myself, looking back 7 years ago, I was vulnerable, I was trustworthy, and I trusted a person. And that situation, that decision that I made that day to trust that person, and not, get papers that I should have gotten, that I should have looked at, created a consequence in my life and in others' life, right? So, and sometimes you're not prepared to learn the truth of your own mistakes, because you haven't grown, you haven't enlighten yourself a little bit more to recognize, okay, I see what happened, I see the truth. And so, I was guided to share this with you because, I feel that if we each and every one of us consciously makes decision, for ourselves, it would create a better flow in your own life and in the life of others, right? Because when you make a decision that is comes from the heart center, comes from aligning to God, source, the divine, your life flows better. And when your life flows better, the life around others flows better, and we lead by example, my friends, right? So when you are leading by that example, by connecting, with God, with source, with the divine, and making that conscious decision in your life, in every area of your life, it shows, it shows. People see, and they, learn from you, they learn from, the 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 ease that you create your decisions, so oh, our neighbor just passed by. So, I just wanted to share this with you because, yesterday when I saw this happening at the post office, I know that that young man created that choice in his life. And I don't know, who he is, what he did. And, obviously he has to pay for whatever thing he did to create that consequence. But, I immediately, sent light and love, to him, to his family, to his mother, as a mother. And when you become a mother, you understand this, your children's well-being is very important to you, and when they create, bad choices in their life, it affects you too, it could be because, they're part of you, it hurts when they're not well. And so, I was just like, I actually got a knot in my stomach and, immediately, called in divine, healing for that family and for that young man. So, I just want us to, learn from these situations, learn, take a time to, analyze all the decisions that you have made, all the choices that you have made, if you're 19, look back, right? If you're 50, look back, right? And, take an inventory of each choice that you have made in your life and recognize where you could have done better, where you could have made a different choice, and just by recognizing that, becoming very clear, it helps you for the next decision that you have to make in your life, right? Because when you learn from your past mistakes, from past choices, when you move forward and you start making decisions, they're different. They flow different. And, I can speak this because, my life has totally changed the way, I make decisions from, 10 years ago, you know, 5 years ago, 7 years ago. So, and each and every day, I strive to learn. I strive to become a better person, for myself and for, my family and for my friends and, for my work environment and for the clients that I serve and just for, the collective consciousness. So, if each and every one of us does our parts in becoming, better centered, better aligned, it creates a ripple effect. So, I know that everything, that I am doing is rippling, for next generations to come. So, I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope that this will put a little seed in your, that a little seed where you can plant and, and cultivate it and grow from here. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And, if it resonates with you, then share. And I would love to hear your, how you deal, how you cope with making decisions, how you center yourself. I would love to hear your techniques, your tools, because, it may help someone else, right? I'm sending you so much light, so much love. I am in Southwest Florida, and today the day started pretty chilly. It rained. It was drizzly. I even had to put a jacket on, and yeah, it was really. It felt like a really fall kind of day, right? But as you can, tell that it's starting. The sun is starting to come out, so It'll probably get hot any minute, and I'll take this jacket off. But wherever you are around the world, take a moment to enjoy the beauty of nature, enjoy the beauty of, family, and hold that vibration high in your heart, so that when the time comes that you have to make an important decision or choice in your life, you will be aligned and prepared. So again, subscribe, like, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Satnam.